Hey guys, you know what? Are you guys good? I hope you are. You are awesome, fine, best. And now, what I'm gonna do today in this video or audio, whatever you say. So, first to be clear, this is going to be an audio story, and you can listen to it doing anything, the any work that you are doing right now. You can continue doing that work and listen to the story and enjoy it. No need to see it. So, I'm gonna share a story which I had with me for a long time. I have not written it down, I just have it in my mind. So, I'm gonna read it out loud from my mind. Okay? Guys, got that? Okay. So, I had a friend. Well, now his reputation is great, but back then he had zero reputation. I mean, reputation. Back then, he had zero reputation. When he was just a child, just like me, as I was then. Then, when he was a child, he used to write stories. He used to write for newspaper publications and many kind of articles or many kind of ways. He used to write stories. He wanted to publish them finally, but it never came to be. He never got to publish one of his stories. That was the saddest part. Whenever we went up to those publishers or publications to publish his stories, they used to say, after reading his one or two stories, they used to say that his stories don't have any soul. His stories don't have anything living or lively in it. So he wondered a lot of years to why his stories are different from the others, why it doesn't have any soul, why these stories are dead inside, as they say. But he never felt like that. None of his stories felt like that to him. So he wanted to tell his stories to some other people. Some appreciated, some didn't. But after some days, some years passed, I'm I didn't meet him recently, but I met him 2.5 years ago. Then he was doing fine. He was talking to me about how long we haven't talked, how long we haven't met. So he told me how he writes his stories and publishes them, and it gets so much famous. I just wonder how he did that, how he achieved that. So I asked him, just how did you do that? How did you came to be this famous person that you are right now? So to answer that question, he told me a big story. So what do you guys think? Story inside a story, right? I hope you enjoy it. Now, the story he told me was he was going out on a walk, going out for a walk in the park. You know it. Going out for a walk in the park. Now, there were many people in the park, so he thought maybe he'll write some of their story. He'll choose one person, go up to them, ask them if he could write their story. So at that point of time, he had a definition. He made up a definition. The definition was that um, if his stories don't have any living thing or any soul in it, so maybe writing someone's story will add that soul in it or liveliness in it. So he figured that. So at this moment, up to after listening to the story at this point, I also figured that was the reason why he did it. So after that, he said in the park he chose one old person, one old man, was sitting on the bench and looking at the sky, contemplating life, just like that. And he went up to him and asked if he could write his story. The old man agreed, and also he added up one more twist, which you would be amazed to hear from now. The twist was if he writes his story, the old man's story, then the old man must die. And the old man must die with him writing his story from the old man's blood, which will in turn add that soul to his story. So the old man, after listening to all the conditions, agreed and told him to write his story. And now, from this point, I can guess that the old man had no wish to live much, as he was already old and had no wish to live. That's why maybe he agreed to do that. Such a disgusting thing. But still, it's a bad thing. Though the person that he wrote about and the writing came on the newspaper and the famous name blown into the eyes of the streets of our locality. You know the streets, you know the town. Everyone knows the name now, who he is, what he is famous for, but no one knows where he is right now. The police is running behind him, looking for him. Anybody who knows his location or anything will get a big prize for that. But everybody is looking for him. His name is Quill. I will not reveal his real name, but his name is Quill. This is a Bengali story, and I thought about it in Bengali. So the Bengali name for it is Shishir Kolom. So in English, I just translated it and made it Quill. The whole street, the whole town's police is running behind him, looking for him. And he wrote many stories already, which are fantastic to read about. But if you know the backstory, you'll not like to read it anyway. So, whenever I talked to him in the past, I noticed that he had some kind of manipulative vibe to him. And he was greatly charming person. So people will be drawn to him. But at the same time, he has a great wish to write about people's lives, how they were, how they lived. But the only price they'll have to pay is to just die in his hands, and he'll use their blood to refill his ink and write the stories with it. And in his mind, he always thought that it will add some life to it. It'll make it living for the eternity. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you want to listen this to be extended, if you want this to be extended and written more wellly, then you need to tell me about it in the comment box down below. You need to let me know. If you want the full story to be out, then I'll need to write that. And if you don't want it, then don't tell me about it. And the story I have not written yet. It is just in my mind, and I told it by reading it from my mind. So, just listening to this gist of the story, if you like it, then I'll be able to extend it and read it out to you again. Hope you have loved it. See you soon.